Oh, to my, here we, you can't hear my sword, I use woman, one. Then, Barney, I know that I want to be a more Wow, to my, cannot do a war. Barney, I know that I want to be a movable. Well, I want my. To my head, no, I do. You are rather to my wood, to my wood, to my wood, to my wood, you walk. If that guy that paid it, no, pay the money that no go. There you are, there you are. I don't want you to go, you're telling you where we won't wear. I baby. You went to our man, you are let out. Never I don't be forced about what we about where I will tell you. Oh, where that your flabber guy? Where were I like I would do a bite your double, you mammy. Double this book, double by one more player. There you are, madam, they don't I did that whoa.
Hello, and welcome to the Print Double Show here. Share the show tonight. We are here tonight to pay our respect to one of our giants. Tonight I will have Mr. Collins, Mr. Tiamat Collins, and the president of the Gedeh Association will join us later on as we carry on the show. Well, please share the show here tonight, and I'll put numbers on here also for people to call in and get the view. If you look at yesterday, we put out a flyer that we're going to be here today. We are sorry for coming in late, 30, 40 minutes late. We were supposed to start it, but we had some technical issue here, so we're trying to resolve that before we come on live here. So welcome here tonight. Share the show here. In fact, other people share it to other chat rooms so other people can come up here. Those who I will let Mr. Collins to do the introduction, and from there, then we're going to start this show here tonight. And again, as I told you guys, I will put on the number here to call. You can call in, and then your voice will be heard here. Please share the show here. We're not going to waste time here. We got Mr. Collins in the back, and we wait for the president of the Gedeh Association to join us as we move on. Mr. Collins. Mr. Collins, welcome to the show here tonight. How's everything?
Yeah, thank you, Prince. I'm doing good. And thanks for having me.
Yeah. Tonight, I'll give you the time to do a little bit of a intro here to tell us the main reason we are here. Even though we put out the flyer, but we want to hear it coming from you. So we'll give you the time to do that. So let me give you the time to
Well,
Mr. Collins.
thanks for having me again. Our main purpose here, I think, is written on the flyer, but for those of you guys that are listening and all saw the flyer, we are trying to honor the homegoing of one of our mothers, somebody that helped to mold Grenadines along with her husband, the late Albert E. White. And her name is Mrs. White, Mrs. Kathryn Urey White. The Gedeh Association in the United States, together with Grenadines globally, decided to use today to remember her, to talk about the things she's done for our community when we were growing up. And we will have a lot of people calling from all over, from Europe, from Gedeh, and from in the United States here, trying to express the experience, talking about the experience with her, the encounter with her and her family. And you can also include her husband because they were partners. They did stuff together for Gedeh, and there's so many memories that we were here tonight. So we decided to just use this. And first of all, we want to thank the leadership of the Gedeh Association for creating this opportunity for people to come up and and express what they know about this family. Those of you who won't be able to go to Minnesota this weekend is the wake and the funeral. Friday will be the wake, and Saturday going to be the funeral in Minnesota. I'll be flying to Minnesota tomorrow morning. And a lot of Grenadines from Pennsylvania and other places will also be going there to celebrate the homegoing of our mother. We will appreciate people calling. If you have any knowledge about Mrs. White, what she's done in the community, we appreciate you calling. We're going to share the number, and it's on the flyer also. And we allow you the opportunity to speak, and man, just tell us, because there are people that want to learn and know about these people. And just briefly, I will let you know that her husband serving so many capacity into Gedeh, the Eastern Province. He went there first as a military person in charge of the Eastern Province, and he was saying, according to what I learned, it was 1947 when he first went there. And then he came back and went back 1957, and then retired from the military and went permanently to stay as a Gedeh now in 1965. And he was in 1965 up to 1980. We will have the opportunity to explain to you what this family has done when everybody come home, and we listen to other people telling us the stories. And this is the best way we feel from Gedeh we can remember this family, because they've done so much for so many people. I am privileged to be on this show because I'm one of those that benefited from the goodwill of these people, parenting-wise, and good upbringing. And so many people will tell you the stories tonight. So, Prince, thanks for having us. It's unique having us here, and we hope we use this occasion to be able to reach out to so many people.
Thank you very much, Mr. Collins. Griat, you can put your camera on so they can see you. I think Griat joining us from Gedeh County. Is what I think to be besides here tonight, because we want Mr. Collins. We will need you back here because we need to we don't know. He went there. He said he went to Gedeh 1947, military man. Left and went by 1957, and then leave. And then what was his job? We need to know, because some people who were not born those years, that you mentioned, we need to know what he
So
did.
let me just,
What was his position in there?
he was the head of the military detachment that went in the Eastern Province. And if I talk about 47 and 57, Gedeh was not established as a county, it was a province. So he was the head of the military group. And that's how he got to be introduced to that whole region. And then after his service in the region, anybody can conclude, I think he loved the region and stuff. So when he retired, he decided to go back to live. And he took his family and everybody there. And he permanently went there in 1965.
So what was the position after he left the military?
After he left the military, he went there as a citizen, as a businessman. And from what we learned, and our history is something they pass down to us. Anybody that know and call in, maybe they will have more. I think he first stopped into Sled Town. He lived in the Bazon district, and from there he went to Chien district, Konambo district, and all that. So, but when he left when he left from the Eastern Province, he came back into the military. He served as Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces of Liberia. And after he retired, that's when he went back into Grand Gedeh to stay. So when he went to Grand Gedeh to stay, he actually was the head of his, he was in the Baptist, he was a missionary, he was a businessman. He built the Baptist mission in Grand Gedeh. He started from scratch, from elementary school, where you got a gas station there, where Bill Ware got his store presently, there where he had a little school. And from there, you were able to find where Baptist school is right now. And they were able to build Baptist school up to junior high school level and then high school level. He built the Grace Baptist Church. And the entire Baptist operation in Grand Gedeh was created by him. And during that process, he also was called on by the late President Talbot, and then appointed superintendent of Grand Gedeh County, where he served up to 1978. 1978, he was elected senator of Grand Gedeh County, where he served until the coup took place in 1980. So there are a lot of things, in between there.
Yeah, now we're getting to know, because he served as senator. First, he started with the military, then he went back 1957, and then now you're telling us that he served as senator of the county. That's something that a lot of us didn't know. So that brings the brother all the way from Grand Gedeh County. He keep going. I think internet giving the brother a problem. You don't have a Skylink. We need to get him a Skylink over there.
Yeah, so from the military, he came back. He took command of the entire military in the entire country. He served as chief of staff. And then when he retired from the army, he went back into Grand Gedeh. And then he was able to serve as a business person, set up his family, they moved there. And then from there, when the late president in 1971, when Talbot took over, I think 71, 72, Talbot called on him and asked him to help, and serve in the position of superintendent of Grand Gedeh County. He accepted, and he came back, and there where the transformation of Grand Gedeh came from. And we'll go into a little detail about that, and I'm sure other people that will call, that know most of those things will tell you about. I know a lot too, and I will share that with you. He was one of the longest serving superintendents. He did a lot of transformation into Grand Gedeh.
Was he the first superintendent?
No, he wasn't the first superintendent. The first superintendent was Moses P. Harris. And after Moses P. Harris,
that was 1964.
Huh?
P. Harris took over 1964.
Yeah, Moses P. Harris took over 1964. And after Moses P. Harris, when then Ramsey became superintendent, but for a very short period of time, John G. Ramsey. And right after John G. Ramsey took over and he left, then they called on Mr. White to serve as superintendent. He accepted and did that.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Collins. Let's go to Mr. Greer here. Thank you, Mr. Greer. Can you introduce yourself and tell where you joining us from?
Thank you very much, and thank you to everybody on my voice. Again, I'm Greer by Gedeh, the global president for our T-Way Social Club in Grand Gedeh County. I'm the global president for the organization. Thank you very much.
You joining us from Zwedi?
I'm joining you from Zwedi to be specific ELRS community.
Mr. Collins, you know that area?
Oh yeah, I mean I know the community very well. The community behind where, right?
Exactly so. Exactly so.
Yeah. You know, Prince, even though he's the moderator, but he don't know Grange that well, so we
Yes,
gotta
sir.
help him up tonight.
My man, I don't play Mr. President. We're not talking about news way. We're talking about old way. So, Mr. KG, what's your
Paigre.
name again?
Paigre. We are Paigre.
I've come rare chain here to know. Pagre.
Yes,
Like
yes, sir.
Pagre, ama.
Uh,
Okay. So, tell us a little bit about P. Harris now.
no, no, not
You
PR,
that
but our
organization,
TY.
you are our TY, excuse me. These people names will come
So,
up and pop up. And our TY, you are the chapter's president there. When was
he's
that
the
organization
he's
formed?
the global president.
actually, the organization was founded 1999 when we came from the exile. Because exile, but actually, it started booming when we came to Labrador 1999. Uh, actually, we established it. And we, as I speak to you now, this organization composed of about four ex-presidents. Yeah, president who got there before leave and got there leave. But the organization is a social group that are born within the range. The time our team was superintendent of this county. So just imagine from the time he took over until to the time he left power. Well, you see other people who born in the 80 in the organization because we incorporate other people to based on your contribution, based on your the legacy you have for the organization, based on your the way you feel. If you have the same idea that we have, and you give me an answer to join us, then we consider the people that our team. But our team is the age group. Yeah.
So
Let's
Prince,
go
let me
back to Mr. Collins. So, Mr. Collins, let's go back to you.
yeah.
You said he went there in 1947 in the military, and then he left. He came back 1957 or 50 something. Where he came from before he went to Granada? What tribe?
He was
Where he's from?
he, he was in the military, you know, and I mean
I
Mr.
mean, what
White,
in
yeah,
Liberia got tribes? We got tribes. What tribes? Where he came from before he went to in
yeah,
Granada?
yeah, yeah, actually he was in Morovia. There, you know, I don't believe in this trap thing,
But we need
but
to know where he came from before he went there. This is a
yeah,
program we're
he
having.
came
That
from
it's
he
not.
came
It's
from
not.
Mosul.
We're not saying the trap on the negative part. He said he
Yeah,
left
yeah,
and he came. People will say, but where he
yeah,
came from
okay.
before he went there?
He
If
was
we're talking
serving in
about
the
Mr.
military.
Collins or Mr. or let's say or Papa Johnny Gary or Sarah Cooper, when I say when I say he left, then he came back to
Okay,
settle.
so yeah, I can
Yeah.
answer your question. Uh, the first thing, he was serving in the military,
Okay.
and the military headquarters were in Liberia, in Morovia.
Yeah.
There where he came from to go to Grange there. What I learned is that he's from originally his origin is from I think River Sets or Grand Basso, but he was in Morovia. He was serving in the military, and then he was assigned to take care of the Eastern Province, where he went for the first time in 1944. I mean 47. And then he came back and went for reassignment there in 1957, 10 years after that. Then when he came back, after his training and other things, then he became chief of staff of the military. So I will, to answer your question, he was working in Morovia, the way he came from to go there. But I don't want us to, I mean, we're going to talk a lot about Mr. White because you can't really separate Mr. White from Mrs. White. Tonight, the program is to honor and remember the workings of Mrs. White. She just passed away. Mr. White passed away in 1990, and she just passed away. And we are celebrating her. We're going to talk about her. But most of the time, when we talk about her, we have to mention her husband because these people they did stuff together. They were inseparable, you know. So I don't want people listening and saying, but this thing's supposed to be about Mrs. White. But every time, you know, our wife comes in,
No, that's how
So
we'll draw the line from the husband to the wife.
yeah,
Yeah.
sure,
So
sure.
but if I'm in Cote d'Ivoire and then something happened and they're talking about me in Cote d'Ivoire, my wife didn't live in Cote d'Ivoire. So obviously they gotta draw me in to get to
Yeah, sure,
something
sure,
like that.
sure.
So but we got Mario White on the line here. So Mario White,
Okay.
if you want to say something, we'll open the line so you can say something. Mr. Collins here. Also Mr. KJ all the way from Grand Gide. Go ahead, Madam Miss White or Madam White.
Tilma, how are you doing?
Not bad, Maria.
Thank you for the feature tonight on my parents. And I listened to you trying to ask where my dad came from before he went to Grand Gide. And I should tell you that like anybody, you have two parents, you have two lines of parentage.
Yes.
My father's mother was from Cape Town, and his father was from Marshall.
Oh, okay.
So if you follow your father's tribe, my father was a Bassa man who joined the military and got sent to Grand Gide on assignment. He did 2 tours in Grand Gide before he finally retired there. So
okay.
my mother is from Carisburg, or was from Carisburg, and but my father spent most of his life in Grand Gide. After going there for military assignment, he liked the place, and when he retired, he decided that he would move his family to Grand Gide. So we spent all of our time in Grand Gide up until the 1980 coup. We have our best memories in Grand Gide. We have our first set of experiences from Grand Gide. My father contributed a lot to the development of Grand Gide, and we are proud to say that the history of Grand Gide County cannot be written without the name Albert White. As a wife, my mother supported my family, my father in following him to his military post. 2 of my siblings were born in the Soya Barracks in Grand Gide without any midwife. And I grew up almost as sister and brother, our parents being closest friends. We lived in and out of each other's homes. And we want to say thank you to Tilma, especially because he always remembers our parents and their contribution to Grand Gide. My brother Bill now lives in Grand Gide. He has been there for more than 15 years.
Okay.
And he's doing business and doing other things in Grand Gide. Since my brother moved back to Grand Gide, I too have built a home in Grand Gide. So we are part of Grand Gide no matter what our original origins are. We spend more time in Grand Gide than we spend anywhere else.
Okay.
So we may not plan, but we are a part of Grand Gide.
Yeah,
and nobody can take that away from us.
Yeah. Yeah. Mr. Collins, the reason I asked the question, people who born in the 70s, in the 80s, in the 90s, 2000, wherever, and those who was not born in Grand Gide County, like me. I only went to Grand Gide 2 times. I've been hearing the Mose P. Harris. I heard about Albert T. White, but I don't know what he did. And Mose P. Harris, they gotta tell me he was the first superintendent, he was this and that. So for the new guys who come in like us who've never been in the county, you know, we need to know these things. Like the P. Harris man, I don't know where he's from. So you know, so thanks for that explanation of
Madam. What Albert T. White did, I can enlighten you a little bit.
Yeah, you can go ahead.
Back in the day, like it has been with several past presidents, to aid in the development of the country, the presidents had a policy or a practice of moving the July 26th celebration from county to county.
Yeah. And
during that period, they gave county development funds which were supposed to help lift the county from the previous state. So in 1974, Grand Gide was given that opportunity to host the national 26 celebrations.
Okay.
In preparation for that, my father, being visionary, opened the city from the main street, Deswa Street, all the way to the airport. The airport used to be far up all by itself. And so he decided that to open the city, he will clean all the way up to the airport. So we who are from Grand Gide in the 70s, we call that side of the city Newswedge.
Oh, okay.
So that whole place was open. When you hear people talk about Grand, the streets in Grand Gedeh, they are laid out, they're in a perfect grid from left to right, north to south, is because of that effort. Cleaning out the city, going in that direction. A lot of projects were done. We already had the Tottenham building, which at the time we were the only county outside of Monserrato that actually had a structure just for the president's visit and all of that. A 4-story building back in the day was a big deal.
Yeah.
But during our celebration, a youth building was built where we had different activities. As children in the 70s, we did Girl Scout and Boy Scouts. We took piano lessons. We had karate and a lot of other things that were done in that building.
Oh,
We
wow.
had the stadium, which eventually got named after my father, was built. Across, we have a park. Today they call it the Unmill Junction or Unmill something. When you get on a motorbike, they say they went to Unmill something. But the Unmill took over that whole park during the war years when they were there. They had the Chinese soldiers.
Oh,
But that was open as a park with a lot of trees and a little entertainment spot for benches and a lot of stuff that people could just sit. You could have events there and you just commune with nature and just, those people could not understand the concept of a park, but that was built. We enjoyed having activities at the park. The new police station. There were a lot of things that were built within that news registry. And I remember my father, we were all young, but my father would tell people, come buy a piece of land, pay $30, come buy one, pay $40, just to get people to take ownership and also encourage them to clean their own properties. Build, or some people just clean the property so that when the entourage arrived for the 26th celebrations, the city will be clean, the news registry will be laid out. You guys built a new housing news registry. We built a housing news registry also as part of the development for that season. But that was my father's greatest contribution to Grand Gedeh, expanding the city and laying it out. He instituted a lot of things. My father was very big on education, and he gave a lot of scholarships. There are a lot of Nigerians today who are highly placed, who will tell you their origins came from either my father giving a personal scholarship or placing them in an opportunity where they could get a scholarship. So, my father is credited for a lot of things. He became a senator. He was a senator at the time of the coup, and he advocated for a lot of benefits for Grand Gedeh. At the time, Air Liberia flew to Grand Gedeh 7 days a week.
Wow.
We had the telephone system. We had almost
running water and all that.
A lot of things in Grand Gedeh doing those things. And most of them were at the urging of my father for the national government to recognize Grand Gedeh and give it its own share of the development possibilities.
That's good. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And now we that listen that we're not in the Grand Gedeh area, we are getting clear understanding of what the Honorable Albert T. White did for the county. And Gay, before I go to the president, that night when you met me in Sweatshirt, that place we had a program. Is that place named after Albert T. White?
No. It's called the square there, the Tubman Palace Square. It was called the Tubman Palace Square.
The only named after my father in Grand Gedeh is the stadium, the football stadium.
Oh, okay.
But like I said, my brother Bill he moved from America after 27 years directly to Grand Gedeh, and he has built a multi-purpose event hall in Grand Gedeh towards the new Soya Barracks. And there, all kinds of functions are done. It can hold 500 or more persons. It has conference rooms. It has like a park, nature where you can do barbecue and do other activities around there. And he has improved on what my father had right at the Triangle. We have one story and some other buildings. Bill has done a 2-story, like an L shape with stores and apartments upstairs and a lot of stuff that Bill has done in the 15 years that he has been to Grand Gedeh.
Oh, wow.
Contributed a lot.
That's great. That's great. Thank you, sis. Let us welcome the president of the Grand Gedeh Association, 1 minute, Mr. Collins, I'll bring you on. I welcome the president of the Grand Gedeh Association, the Honorable President Edith Poa, from joining me from, I think, from Pennsylvania and Philadelphia area. Madam President, welcome to the show. But Madam White, if you want a link, I can send you the link. We want to see your face. We want to know you. I mean, because I think I one of your siblings, sister or cousin, Ophelia White, she always on Facebook with the CDC thing. I think that the White lady, the only person we kind of know, but
she's not one of my sisters.
Oh, okay, maybe one of your family. Okay, all right. I can send a link to you. Let me send it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we'll send a link. Want to see our TY daughter.
Yeah,
go ahead, Madam President. I will just send the link in right here on this number.
Yeah.
Give me 1 minute.
Yeah, before the president come here, I just wanted to add on the infrastructures that were built in 1974 that Marty spoke about. She probably left off, but the administrative building was also built in 1974. The administrative building, yeah, with 40 offices in the administrative building used ready that was built in 1974. The new hospital was also built. We used to call it new hospital because the old hospital was located in around the gas station area there, but they built the new hospital also around that same time.
Wow. President.
Yeah.
Tell us anything about President Lane Grand Gedeh.
You don't have to live Grand Gedeh. But firstly, let me just say good evening to everyone. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening.
President.
After I was wife a year, great and friends around the globe of this loved. I know President Colin was there. Okay.
1 minute. Madam President, your phone, your internet, you gotta, I think, go back and come back. It's tripping.
Oh,
Your
okay.
If you ain't got fiber.
Let me try again.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, Marty, how you doing? Welcome.
Hey, Thelma. Hello. How you doing?
Yeah.
Your part on my pastor hit. I'll be read.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I think you probably were trying to get in. I was trying to add the administrative building was also built in 1974.
Yes. The administrative building.
Yeah. You know, and
we got another sister on the line, so she will introduce herself, and then she's gonna tell a little bit about the Honorable White and his wife. Who is it?
Yeah, my name is Kathryn White. That was my wife that's on the phone. Michelle.
Yeah, because you confused me. You confused me, Jenna. Then I get a female for that. Yeah.
I know. Both of us are sitting here in the car, and both of us had our phones on, and then you called our number, and that was great. Thank you so much. This is Gedeh White. My sister Marty was just on, and that was really nice. And I'm very glad that these things are being done today, and my parents are being honored. There's certainly a lot of things that were done by them, and that we continue to carry out. And one of the main things that I like to highlight is the hopeful reunion that we'd like to have in December. That's coming up. Many people are talking about Grand Gedeh, and we are very, very much interested. So we appreciate all that's being done.
Thank you very much. Okay, you can stay on the line, or you want to call, you can go. But anytime the line is here, you call back. You get anything to say about your dad or your mom, we'll open the line for you.
Oh, thank you so much. So many people have called us since our mother has passed away, and they bring remembrance to all of the things that was accomplished, that the lives that she touched. It's just amazing, the kind of interest and sympathy that's being pouring in, and that's when you get to know the true sense of what contributions have been made by the folks who have passed on.
Yeah.
But in terms of students and friends. I mean, we call them family. We call everyone family, and I just appreciate everyone. Tillman, all of you guys, thank you.
Yeah, okay. You're welcome. Thank you too for picking up the call. Madam President, you there now?
Yeah, am I audible?
Yeah, we're getting you. You are, yeah. Go ahead, Madam President. Talk to us.
Good evening, and distinguished members of the White family, friends, that we just around the globe. I bring you greetings
Why, Mr. Collins, why in your area? Why is phone not breaking? Your phone is breaking.
Is that my phone?
Yeah. Go hear everybody, so it gotta be yours. Mr. Collins, Mr. Yala wants you to take out those glasses. I don't know why.
Oh, Yala?
Yeah.
Is it better
Yeah,
now?
I can take.
Yeah, better now.
What? Oh, Ellis Yala?
Yeah,
Okay.
Arizona Yala.
Oh, okay.
So, Mike,
Edith, yeah, I think Edith got issue with her phone because it's breaking.
I think she needs that Starlink. So we're seeing here Maddie White Simons. Okay. She's here, the daughter of Madam President. I don't know what's going on with your internet, but the guy in Zweju, the guy internet is very sharp. But he's in Zweju, his internet is very sharp. So I think the internet over there in Grand Gedeh County is very sharp. He's hearing the guy. So Madam President, you ready? Go ahead. Say something over here.
now?
Say something.
Is it okay? Because I'm scared.
Yeah, go ahead. No president out there, we are.
No, Madam President, you don't. Yeah.
Let me just cut my phone off and come back.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, they listen to the sister from.
Yeah. So, Prince, we asked probably Maddie to talk a little bit about the wake and the funeral tomorrow and the day after, so that other people that are in Minnesota and around here will know exactly what's the schedule and where they're having it.
Yeah, because we got some Minnesota people watching here. Monia Paul from all the way Champlain, Minneapolis. She says she's from Champlain, Minneapolis. So get us a little bit of a little rundown to scare you how it's going to be like in the area, the location. So maybe some people from the Brooklyn Park or Champlain area can go to the funeral home.
Okay. Thelma, I have EC sitting beside me here, my younger sister.
EC, how are you?
Hi, thank you so much for everything. Thanks to all of you for the kind words about our parents. We appreciate that. My childhood years were in Grand Gedeh.
Yeah.
Just thank you very much.
Okay.
Okay, so we're all in Minnesota this weekend for the services here. On tomorrow, June 26th, we will have a wake keeping at 6 p.m. from 6 to 9 at the Elam Lutheran Church. What is the address? It's in West Broadway, Robbinsdale, Minnesota. We will send it. Yeah. So we will send the link, Tillman, to you.
Okay.
And so the funeral, the wake will be 6 to 9 tomorrow, and then on Saturday, the 27th, funeral services will be at the same church at 10 o'clock in the morning. We are encouraging all people who want to pay a tribute or say something about our mom to do so at the wake keeping, so that we'll make the funeral, not so long. And after the funeral, we are having a repast right downstairs in the church in the gymnasium. We are taking our mom's remains to Liberia to be buried. So we will not be doing any graveside events on Saturday. But on July 3rd, her body will arrive in Liberia. And on July 10th and 11th will be her wake and funeral services in Liberia. Those events will all be held at the Mount Galilee Baptist Church in Carisburg. So today, I heard you talk about Mr. Cyrus Cooper and other people. Today, our big sister Annie Cooper was here all day with us. Today, Annie Davis, daughter of Mr. Samuel Davis, was here. She's still here. We have a lot of people who we've been friends with for the past 50 or 60 years, and they've come around to express their sympathy and show their support. We're very grateful. Like I say, we are a part of Grand Gedeh, and we're grateful for the lifelong friends, and some of them we call relatives now, we have stuck together all this time.
Yeah, thank you, man. I think.
You see, I send a link to you, Tillman.
Oh, okay, all right.
If you send me the address or something, I can put it out here like the way the number showing at the bottom, so those who in Minneapolis can see it, can upload it also. If you do that, Mr. Collins.
Yeah,
Okay.
let me forward it to you.
They'll find the address. He just wants the address. So yeah, we'll just type the address.
Bob Bida is all the way in Grand Gedeh County. He said he want to make a country. He want to. I think he lived. I think I saw Bob Bida in Grand Gedeh, so I think he's in South Africa, one of the places. So Bob Bida, I don't know if you know my number, but the number down here is my WhatsApp number. You can call it 952-200-8420. That's a Minneapolis number. So call that number, and then you can. When Mr. Collins give me the info, I'll put it up there. So those of you in Minneapolis.
Okay, someone check your phone and addresses then.
We bring the president up here and calm down before I get in trouble. But I'm president, I think we can get you now.
I hope it's better now.
Yeah, it's better. It's better. When you start speaking out Siri, Madam President, I think will be okay.
Please.
Go ahead, Madam President.
On behalf of Grand Gedeh Association and the entire Gedeh family, in my official capacity as National President of Grand Gedeh Association in the Americas and our entire Grand Gedeh community, I bring you our sincere and condolences to the family of our dear mother. I know our former president, President Collins, opened the floor because I told him about my schedule tonight. And thanks, Mr. Collins, for being here, and to everyone involved tonight. We are not just talking about a mother who is just an ordinary person from our county. We're talking about a mother who served alongside with our father. When I say father, I'm talking about the late Albert T. White, our former superintendent, and our former senator, the great leader from our county. We as Grangedeans, we are humble, we are grateful that to share such a loving family with the entire White family, the Ureys, and everyone connected to our dear mother, Mother Kathryn Louis White. We are well pleased to be connected to her as our mother and to share her with everyone tonight. So to my brothers, my sisters, I'm talking about her children, her grandchildren, and also everyone connected. We will be able to talk about our parents tonight. And thanks for getting involved for us to be able to discuss our beloved families. Thank you.
Thank you. That's good.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm trying to go through what the president sent me, President Collins. And then I see here. Okay, Bob Bila, the number again is 952-200-8420. I can call you or you call me on Facebook, on Messenger. You go to Prince M Double, and the people will hear you live. They will hear you. Mr. Collins, when you send me, I click on it, but it went Okay. Mr. Collins,
Yeah.
you could go ahead and give us those are all who were not born in Grand Gita, wouldn't live there, even though you refuse to carry all that data.
Yeah, you were talking Galatan, so I couldn't carry you to Grange there.
I
But you
know.
know, yeah, you know what? My life, I grew up. I mean, I actually grew up with this family. I had the opportunity to do that as compared to other people. But Mrs. Wells, I read something on Facebook from Mommy Reese, and she stated how this lady nurtured her and her siblings. Likewise, everybody. She knew people by name. For me, you know, we're in the house that Maddie stayed. So personally, and you know, she was like a real mother. She taught me in Sunday school, and I still remember some of the songs that she taught me. But there are so many ingredients that benefited from her kindness. I spoke to Jerome Doe. He said when he got to Minnesota, he decided to visit her, and he went there. And then yes, can you imagine? Since 1990, he have not seen her. So they met in the United States, and he said, Mrs. Well will never remember me. And, you know, he went there, and he said, Mommy, how you doing? You remember me? And she lifted her head, according to Jerome, and she just called Jerome name. Jerome Doe, oh, I remember you, Jerome. How you doing? I know your pa, and she called Jerome father's name. So this is the kind of woman she was. She went out of her home. She had children. She could focus on them like other people do. But she wanted people in the community, and the kind of people that would talk about her would be people that live around her. The Salif family, the Cooper family, those people that were around there, even some of the Weeks family, those people that were living around their home, she took them like their personal children, like the same thing she did for her kids. You know, so celebrating her would mean so much to some of us. The best way to keep her legacy is to be calm, have empathy for people, you know, be able to take care of people that you don't even know. She lived her life for Grenadians, she and her husband. Like I said from the beginning when I was speaking, you know, when you mention her, you will have to mention her husband. So let me just tell you a short story. When I moved to Minnesota, I came from Liberia. I was stopping with Gabriel and things. I used to have dreams about Mr. White. But normally you can have dream one time and just forget about. I had dream 3 times in a row about Mr. White. So it was concerning. So I think I spoke to Gifty or somebody. I said, you know, I'm having dreams about Mr. White like 3 times in a row. So I think she advised me to go see the woman. So I went there and I told her, she said, what's some of the dreams? I said, you can just direct me and tell me, oh, this thing here is supposed to be like this is supposed to be like this. So she said, Tillman, let me tell you a story. She said, my husband, before 1974, when they had all these infrastructure development in Grand Gedeh, when he was planning for that celebration that Maddie just spoke about, she said, my husband took me where they built the administrative building. There was a big cutting tree there, according to what she told me. And she said, the Ministry of Public Works, the Ministry of Rural Development at the time, and you know, and all those guys that were responsible to carry out the development program, preparing for 1974. Remember that 1974, you had the President of the Republic of Liberia going there to celebrate the Independence Day. He took with him other presidents, the Gambian president, and other people that went into Grand Gedeh. So Aberwell was busy. He was a visionary. He wanted that city to look like a real city. So she said her husband took her under that big cutting tree. They were in the bush. And then he was explaining to the people, I want this building to be here. I want the street to come from here. You're going to connect. And she said she was just there. She told her husband, and you know, she said, but what kind of thing he explaining? She said she was dumbfounded. But that's the kind of person he was. And you know, he was a visionary, and he was telling them about this and telling them about that. And exactly where they got the administrative building, that way he wanted it. And then all the other rules and things that you see in what we consider news radio and all that thing, the football field and the airport. So she used to be there. You can't separate her from her husband. She followed him when he went in that place and he did his military work. They came back and she followed him and took the family from Monrovia and carried the family all the way to Grand Gedeh. Today, we are all beneficiaries. The city, for what he laid out in the city, is what we have today. And the only thing we can do is to be grateful and to be able to live the legacy that she lived, so that at least we can remember being, if you kind to people, you remember that Mrs. White taught us to be kind. Have empathy, and take other people's problem to be your problem. So I just wanted to share this story that I had with her, and I carry it with me everywhere I went, and it's so difficult to separate her from the visionary Albert Way that made Grand Gedeh to be what it is today.
Thank you, Mr. Collins. Madam President, will you be in Minneapolis?
No, but
Is any
President
a
Collins,
delegation there?
President Collins will be there to represent other people.
To represent the organization, the Grand Gedeh Association.
Correct.
Yeah, the national president asked me to represent her together with other officials that will be flying in there also. So we're going to be there in full.
Why you didn't tell me a long time ago so I buy my ticket? You know that my hometown there.
Yeah, no, it's not too late.
Not
though.
late, just try.
It's late now. The ticket ain't wear, or the ticket wear coat suit.
Okay, so Dave, no, it's not Dave. It's Prince. Prince, I have right sitting behind me here is my brother Bill, the one that lives in Sweden.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so let me get in the phone. You'll be talking to him. You can tell you the thing that what happens right now.
Come in. Let me see.
Yeah,
Let me see. Let me see you into the man. Guru go.
Man.
Bill, not the real Grand Gedeh, man. Welcome, Chief.
Bill, I
Yeah,
Bill,
hello.
GGAL. That's
Yeah,
service.
hello. Mm-hmm. Yeah, hello.
Hi, Bill.
How you doing? Yeah. Hi. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Thanks for the program. The idea was a good idea. I don't know. It sounded like something that Tillman came up with.
Bill, 1 minute. There's a guy from Grand Gedeh County. The guy using Airtown, so they gave me the town. The Bob Bida from Grand Gedeh. Bob Bida, go ahead.
I think Bill is here.
Okay, thank you. You when you talk about such a great man who I knew personally and I have been studying with him, and then if I just sit and making my contribution, I don't think I will be doing well for myself. It's a family that we all grew up together. I know the entire family, including Mr. Collins. So when I came to Grand Gedeh, let me get that history clear. According to government record in my possession, I came to Grand Gedeh in 1923 as West Lieutenant. Mr. White, together with Blema Suleimani, who also served as the second district commissioner in Tapeta, they built the military barracks in Chancellor. Was in Grand Gedeh, went through the ranks of fire of the military, and in the 1960s, he became the chief of staff. Later tomorrow, I will send you some written information, documentation from when I was doing a special study at the Indiana University, special librarian study. I will send some of the documents. Baptist school, not only the Baptist school that the woman wanted, also Judy High, because when Judy High came, let's say when Catholic people came in 1958, it was only elementary school, and then through the instrumentality of Albert T. White, the good man, in 1973, it was suspended. At that time, he has to wear brown and white. With the Baptist school, when the Baptist school was established somewhere in 1961, all of the Baptist people, including my mother, that school was established in Arthur Town House. And then the principal at that time was one Samuel Matali. So, Mr. Albert T. West is saying that we are all Baptist people. It would be better that this school, we place this school under the Baptist people. And then he went to Moravian at the Lutheran Institute and convenes the convention. And they took over. At that time, they brought in Reverend Bosch, Napoleon Bosch, who
who also married to with a young daughter, so he was as a brother or sister. Reverend Bosch was the first Reverend principal that was sent by the Baptist Convention to Grand Gedeh in 1961. And then after Reverend Bosch, they also brought in T. Roosevelt Nime, second principal replacing Reverend Bosch. And then after T. Roosevelt Nime brought in Samuel Simon Lavia. So he was a Cameroonian who was raised by President Todwell. Then he died in 1972. Todwell sent him to name dignity for ruling, and then we brought T. Roosevelt Nime back. And then later on, after Windy City in 1970. Then we went to Brown to Shetland City, all to the war. This MTY made a lot of contribution to the society of Grand Gedeh. I myself have benefited from Mr. White. As I speak, I want to cry because this man touched every Grand Gedeh, touched life of every Grand Gedeh, including his wife. And you were asking about lady about two wives who visited Grand Gedeh, and the one that's still on, which is Abotibwe and his wife. And then there was a lady by the name of Afrida White. Afrida White she was the one, the name after the temple. And then my first time seeing Afrida White, she came here with Ellie Miska Barrow at Sarah Cooper House. I can remember I was small. I met her with Sarah Cooper White, including Ellie Miska Barrow, who was the first female legislator in Monrovia. So it impacted our life. Even when his son came to Liberia for the first time, Bill, I took Bill to Wanambo, around the Tubular area. And then when we got there, people look at Bill and start to cry with balls and tears. People who are TY assisted in the life, making that. Oh, that was the Bill came with his son, one of his, just forgetting his name. We all drove to Panama together. It was Abotibwe who modernized Red by being used the first quota rule in Grand Gedeh was built by Abotibwe during his administration in the same 1974, and that was the Moses P. Harris Street. And the West Quota Water throughout the street, Dick Street, the one you call Deswa Street now, was named after Commissioner Dix because he built that road during his tenure as commissioner, built the compound that of the airport. So we talk about modern Grand Gedeh today. We cannot leave Abotibwe and his wife out.
Okay, thank you very much. That's Bob Bila. Bob Bila Nina Uno. Bob Bila from all the way Grand Gedeh County. He just gave a little bit brief history about Grand Gedeh and Emmy Zwadru and Aboti White, the late Aboti White and his wife. So let's go to the brother from Minneapolis. Maria, can you unmute yourself?
But I said before the brother come here, I want to say one or two things first before the brother come here. Can I come here a little bit?
Yeah, go ahead. 30 seconds.
Okay, thank you very much. You know, actually, I'm seeing an old man back there, old Bill White. Firstly, I'd like to say my sympathy to you, old man. I'm Griak Bagley, the president of our TY Social Club. Met him before in your entertainment area there. I will say before everybody here today, the old man, actually, he is like his father because we had a project where we were going on a farm, but we decided to buy some drinks for an entertainment area. And when they saw the teacher, one of our members, so it is true, my father. After I said my father, that only for they care my father, only for there's my father name. I'm surprised to see my father have a social club. What people really do? And we told him we are going to do a farm. It's okay. So we're looking for in the chat here. We saw kilo portion trade. The about the trade your won't say 6,000. It's my latest check money. He's there now, Mr. White, right there. And you can say, I said $6,000, me call and give it to her. And turn around, give her $6,000 back. And said that's not my contribution. So, but still, anything happy, we try to get to him. It's difficult, but at least thank God I'm seeing him tonight on the show. So, Ome, I have our sympathy. Before you get tomorrow, I'll tell my chairman who is there. He will be there on the way keeping. Thank you, Ugo.
Thank you very much, Mr. Duya. Go ahead, Pop.
Okay, yeah, thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that very much. I just want to thank you for a platform like this, go through stuff like this. You're talking about apathy, where is great. That's the figure that was in the public. But this, you should twist a little bit, go back to the wife, because that's the idea of your program. And Abba White could not have done what he did if he didn't have a good woman behind him. And my mother was really, really a good woman. There's a lot of things that happened at home to prepare him for out there, or things that happened out there when he came home. Somebody he could talk to, he could vent to, and try to reason with him and get things done. Okay, but she was great. I mean, not much to say. You guys are seeing everything. We can't blow our own horn. So you're seeing what it is, what it is, what it is. And thank you all for that. We thank the organization. We appreciate it, and we really loved her. Well, we enjoyed her. She enjoyed us, and we know what it was when we were growing up. Thelma and John Collins and all that group, Sammy Davis Jr. and Abatua and all that United, yeah, Philip Collins group, all that group, So we it was a beautiful. No, we had great parents, and we hope that we now, you, myself, who know her or knew him, that we ourselves can try to do some of the things that they did, so that tomorrow somebody can be talking about us like that.
Exactly.
Very
Thank you,
much.
sir.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, Prince, I wanna correct my brother from Zredru. How you call our old man Bill White, old man?
That you're right, yeah.
Why?
Say the party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been like young man here, yeah, boy. But thanks, Bill. Thanks for your service to everything you do in Grange there. You just remind us about your parents, most especially your mom, that accepted every one of us. And it's a blessing to have you here in the United States. I hope to see you tomorrow. I'll be flying in there to Minnesota.
Yeah, okay, good. Thank you.
So let me talk about our mom.
Yeah.
As president, I got information about the death of our beloved mother. And people gave me information that really, I felt so touched. And I'm kind of asking the family, because the reason why we're doing this show tonight is for people to understand and really know the sacrifices that the couple made to our county. Our mother, Madam Kathryn Urey White. I was trying to get information about her, and one of the things that it said, her husband on his birthday, and he asked, so maybe the family or the children can help us to really get the information, because this is something that I hold so dear to my heart, that I really will forever remember our mother for. Her husband had a birthday, which they would have a celebration, and he talked about, hey, how he had a child, and he wanted this child to come home. And without hesitation, she went and got her child and brought the child home and named the child Gifty. That's what I was told. And we really want to get that, and she took care of this and her daughter as her own biological. How many mothers would do what she did? Someone else would be like, oh, that's how you're going to give me the message. That's how I'm going to hear about this child. But hey, she did not take it. She never took anything against it. Innocent child, but she brought the child home and was able to take care of her daughter as if she birthed her. And that's one of the things that I really, hold dear to my heart for our mother, you know. Aside from that, when this one is very sensitive, you know. I know you will hear about the name Albert T. White, Albert T. White, Albert T. White. He did this, he did that. But I want we as Frenchians to understand the pain and suffering, the struggle that he went through before he left this world. I was told because of him, the way he died. And I want us to forever remember. I beg the family not to bring out bad feelings, but I want the community to understand that it is because of our county, because of our people, our father departed this earth in a horrible condition by taking him and putting him in a well. And that's how he left, because of his connection. Why am I saying this? I want him to be remembered. I want us to understand that this man did not ask to provide service for Grenadians. But sometimes in life, when you are faced with certain challenge and God called you for a purpose, you have no choice but to serve. And he did just that. He went to Grenada. He effectively executed his duty, and only to be called the way he went and departed this world. I want you all to please understand and let us forever be grateful to the family, to our father, and White, and understand and imagine our mother with everything, with all her children, and seeing her husband to leave this world the way he left. And she was still able to support her children. Look at the wonderful children that she, with everything that she was able to be able to guide the process, and every one of them are now successful. We need to say kudos to our dear mother, recognize her, and be able to think about those great things and things that it did in the past. And I just want to say to the family again, great cheatings will forever remember what your parents did for us. We'll never forget it. And thanks for sharing your parents with us. Thanks so much for everything that you guys did as in Mr. White, and Bill White. I know every time we call upon you, when the union, oh, Bill, we need you to do this, please. You are always willing. So let me acknowledge few people tonight here that helped to give us information. The former president of Gedeh Association, President Tim Collins, he reached out and he was able to share some information about our parents. When I say parents, I'm talking about, the White family. And also, Mr. Isaac Mona on the board. He called and gave information to, and the entire board members, the executive. We had a meeting regarding, our dear mother. The national executive, we had several meetings and talk about them too, and the chapter leaders. And Prince Double, thank you. When I called you, you did not hesitate to provide a platform. We just want to say thank you for sharing your platform with us tonight for such a historic event. So, to all the Grenadians, I just want every one of us here tonight to be able to recognize and honor our dear parents and holding dear to our hearts and try to reach out to our siblings so we can, tonight cannot just be the only night. Prince, you can also go to the next person. I just want to share and again, when I went to Grange there last year, I went to Albert T. White Stadium. I was my first time seeing the stadium. So at least now I can tell people I know exactly where the stadium is, and I was there for the former president, President Doe funeral. And it's because of him we're able to have that space, to have that event. So again, to the family, your dad did well, and our mother too. Like Bill said, behind a successful man, indeed is, an energetic woman that actually helped every day. And I know it was not easy for her, and she did just that. So again, thanks.
Thank you very much. But before I go to the
Mr.
vice
Domo?
president,
Yes.
before I go to the vice president, Mr. Isaac Nyanawe, let me bring on Mr. Philip Gay, and he's on the phone. Let him uses 1 minute. Then we go to you, Mr. VP. Mr. Gay, go ahead.
Thank you. First, I want to extend my sympathy to the family, Maddie, Bill, and EC. I know probably you guys might not remember me, but I live with your parents in '78. Maddie, you're in the 7th grade then. I remember because we're in the same class. And I'm really sorry for the passing of Mommy. I will be at the program tomorrow, and I will formally introduce myself. I know I met Bill, I think about a few years ago when I went to Zredru. I went to his entertainment place there. But I guess talking on the phone probably it will be hard to know who it is. But I live with your family. That time multilateral just opened newly when the old man brought me from Tugla, because that's where I was living and that's where his farm was, and my mother was working on his farm, and he brought me to the house. And the old man took me, and all of you guys accepted me. I just wanted to extend my sympathy here in this public manner. I don't care how old the person is, but it's a difficult thing when you lose a parent. And so I want to personally extend my sympathy to you, and hopefully I will see you guys tomorrow, and I will formally, speak to you, so that at least you know who I am. When I came to America, I met her a few times. She still recognizes me. That's why when everybody was talking about how she knows people, she had a sharp mind. She knew people, and she knew people all the way. And so, in this manner, I want to sincerely extend my sympathy to you, and everything they have done in our county. I mean, we cannot name it because that county was built in your parents' hand. And so, please accept my sympathy. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Gay. Mr. VP.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Double. Again, tonight we had to join the national president, former national president, and entire listening audience tonight to celebrate our mother, a woman who, through her sleepless night, over the years, has helped and make our country to be where it is today. Yet, to the Bereaved family, Mr. Bill, IDH.
You go back small so we can see you.
Is it better?
Yeah, like that.
I'm using my phone, that's why. I'm not far from my computer.
You're not using cricket phone, so we'll see you.
No, it's not cricket, but it's yeah. So to the Bereaved family, I'm here tonight to sympathize with you. But most importantly, I will celebrate the homegoing of our dear mother, Tenuan. We want you, the Bereaved family, to know that, to thank you for sharing your mother with us over the years, what you have done for our country. There's a saying that beyond every successful man, there is a woman, there is a great woman. And that's why we are here tonight. That great woman is our own mother, Kathryn Louis Urey White. We here tonight, I want to say, her name will continue to remain in the hearts of Ghanaians across Liberia. When that name, Albert White, is mentioned, her name is also mentioned. We want to say thank you for even giving us, to allow us to celebrate this woman. She's gone, but her memories will continue to live forever. What she has done, the life that she has touched, and over the years, she and her husband, today is a still named after her husband, because there are so many things the couple they have done, the family have done for our county. I want to say thank you, Mr. Bill. I have not met you before, but I've heard a lot about you, especially when through the GGA administration as the national president, rightly put it. Whenever we need your help, you are always available. My dear, and the entire children, the relative, the bereaved family, we want to say sorry, have our sympathy, and then only God alone knows the reason why. And she has lived her life. She has said she was brought on this earth to do what exactly she did as a mother. She took it, look at that heart touching story the president gave it tonight about bringing in a child. This is who she is. I don't know her personally, but based on the conversation I have had with people over the years since this happened, everything about her has been a mother, a woman who not just looking after herself, but rather for the entire county, the Grand Gedeh County. And indeed, they are from Grand Gedeh. She's from Grand Gedeh, and then she has lived her whole life in Grand Gedeh. She's part of us, and we want to say thank you for even allowing her to be with us for what she has done for our country. I know she's have joined her husband to rest in peace. And as this weekend come around, we will be in touch. The president myself will continue to be in touch with family. But I'm just here to say sorry or have our sympathies, or most importantly, let's continue to celebrate our mother for what she has done for our country, for our people, not just Grand Gedeh, but for the entire country, Liberia. Mr. Double, thank you. Mr. Collins, thank you for even getting in touch. And everyone who have called in tonight from Liberia, from wheresoever, I think those are what we hearing this story tonight. These are personal stories that we are hearing tonight that some of us we don't know. I mean, especially our brother who just called from Grand Gedeh, that story that you gave tonight about everything that's happened to him. These are heart-touching stories, and I hope some of these stories we can write them and it began tomorrow we can share with our children and become we can go in and answer and read. And so again, Mr. Double, I want to say thank you. I know our mother is resting in peace. Again, yeah, sympathy to the bereaved family.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Mr. Collins, again, and if you're watching us and you want to say anything, pay a tribute to the White family, to the family. Okay, somebody calling here from 33. I think Honorable William Toa he is.
There's a lot of people calling me. They're trying to call. I don't know. What are you getting at?
I'm getting them.
Oh,
Honorable Toa, go ahead.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Oh, okay. Well, I saw the flyers and I tried to follow the program, and I told my friend in studio that tonight I would have joined in to contribute towards the discussion.
Okay. Go ahead, sir. Your phone line is open.
Oh, beautiful. Well, Robert Collins, good evening. And thank you for the discussion.
Thank you.
Yeah, he's hearing you.
We're hearing you.
Beautiful.
Mr. Toa.
I said thank you, and I just want to come to buttress you.
Yeah, but Mr. Toa, before you go forward, let me just let you know that we have the White family also on the line. We got Bill and his sisters on the line. We have the national president of the Great Gedeh Association also on the line. And we got other people. We got the national vice president of the Great Gedeh Association on the line. So I just want you to know
president for Mozambique. Why I keep saying Mozambique?
For Aborty White, Aborty White Global Social Organization is on the line. I'm not
all the way
person on the
from
line.
Grand Gedeh County.
Oh, that's beautiful. Okay. That's beautiful. All right. Okay, so let me add my voice. First of all, let me extend my profound sympathy to the White family, Bill and his siblings. We are deeply touched by what happened, and Oma was our mother too, and we are all, in the moment of sadness of our homegoing. However, we still have to celebrate because I think she has served our country very well to contribute the quality of citizens that she has brought into this world through God's grace. And we are happy for their contribution to all of us, our well-being, and we are very grateful. I know many of you have already spoken about the good things that the whites have done for the homeland. But I would just like to add, as a young man, even though I didn't spend much of my time in Zwedru, but I was always going there for visit, for vacation. But I know that what we call New Zwedru today was the handiwork of Superintendent Albert T. White, the husband of our mother, and the father of our brothers and sisters, and also our father too, as one of the beacon of hope of our county, and that's brought our county to where it is today. And so that the other time we sharing with some young people. Now talking about job creation in Zwedru, White, and I said, some of what we are proposing today are not new things. And I recall when Superintendent White gave an instruction, in fact, issued a decree or a will or administrative order that all the companies, those locking companies, needed to have headquarters in Zwedru. And that created economic activities, job creation in that form in Zwedru. So what I was prescribing to some of the young people in power today was, this were done before. We have we have gold companies always in Grand Gedeh. Can't you tell them to have offices, regional offices in Zwedru, where you can reach them, where they can even employ some of the young people, since we have university today. And so that discussion that I had with them, I made reference to our father. I will call him the father of modern Grand Gedeh, because all of what we have today in Grand Gedeh, they are handiwork of our father and our mother too, and to which we are very grateful. The county remain very grateful. And I remember, as a young man, the old man Puidilu in Kunabo was my grand uncle, and the discussion, because Mr. and Mrs. White were so involved into the upliftment. I mean, that's my own personal motto, the upliftment of Grand Gedeh, that their work touched every aspect of the county. And so when this discussion came about, how do we share? Do we have share wealth? We have the land. How do we invest in the land so that we have empowerment across not just Zwedru, in other parts of the county, and the need to have a plantation, first the oil palm plantation, and then the personal investment, and the need to have that in the Kunabo side to bring a sibling of economic activities of the county. And I had gone home to visit my grand uncle. As a matter of fact, I was there when the old man, Honorable Albert T. White, was adopted as a son of Kunabo Sanitary District. And ever since, in fact, most of the young people don't even know about it today. And I tell them that the late Albert White and our mom and the rest of the children, in fact, they are citizens of Kunabo District. Because in every part, you need to come from somewhere, and they are from Kunabo. And so they are not stranger to Kunabo as far as Kunabo is concerned. And I'm happy with the level of reawakening of the economic activities that the old man started and our mom started in Kunabo, and that our brothers and sisters did not forget those things, When I went to Yakunabu the last time, I saw some economic activity taking place, some work taking place, which is good. All of us, from graduates from each geopolitical division in the country, we ought to get intervention. I say all of these good things here, old man Albert T. White and our mom play a significant role in what we call the modern Grand Judah today. And I'm very grateful to say this in the presence of many Grand Judeans and to our brothers and sisters, the white children, and to say we are deeply hurt and saddened by what happened. But our old people play their role, and the motto is now to us. We are all brothers and sisters, and we are happy that the old man has chosen that part of Liberia to be his home, and the work our father and our mother did for that part of Liberia will forever be remembered. And by the work you do to Brother White and you and your siblings, your involvement, your interaction, when crises come, they're where you know people who love you. Because sometimes when crises come, when people are tested, they quickly can disassociate themselves. But in the midst of all the difficulties that the people of Granada went through, you and your siblings and our mom have been there with us, even though we also got the story how the woman left us in that crisis. For all of this, I say, you're never mind. You're never mind. May God, our Creator, continue to console you all, and our prayers are with you. So those are the few little words that I want to add because I know some of the other things too have said them. That's my little contribution I will make. Prince and you and fellow colleagues in studio. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you, Honorable William Toa. You get called from Liberia or Nigeria?
No, actually I'm in Philly.
Oh,
I just came last night.
Oh, okay, I've seen it's a long number. Okay, we'll talk tomorrow. Thank you.
All right. Okay, thank you so much.
Okay. So that was the voice of William Toa, Dr. William Toa from Philly. So,
Mr. Toba,
yeah.
I want to say thank you to our President, Edith Kwa, and to our Vice President, Tillman Collins, and all of the panelists and people who called in. Our family is grateful, and we appreciate all of you. We are about to have a family meeting, so if you want to beg to please leave the studio. We'll continue to follow the discussion. But we are grateful and we look forward to spending the weekend with some of the old friends, our brothers and sisters over the week. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you too. Thank you too.
Thanks.
Have my sympathy.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Collins. We're going to go to Mr. Collins.
Yeah, Prince. I just wanted to add this piece. There's a lady called Laura Ray. You know, she wrote when we shared the flyers around, and she
We're listening to you, Mr. President.
Yeah, I won't stop this stuff. You can hear me?
Music and playing behind you. Like you in the disco. Now stop. Start and you froze. So you can go on off and come back on. So, Madam President, the dedication, they already left or they leaving tomorrow?
Some of the people are leaving tomorrow. Presley is leaving tomorrow.
Okay. What Mr. Chairman in Liberia there, you guys having some program there for the Oman?
Yeah, Prince, I'm very sorry for the interruption. I was getting call from Liberia. I tried to cut it off, but I had problems right now. So,
Okay, can I come in?
Yeah, yeah. You guys have any program there in honor of the old man? Or
No,
you're
actually,
sending
we are
you're
based.
sending a group
Yeah,
to go to Morovia and sympathize with the family?
we have another branch in Monroeville that is headed by one Jefferson Solo. Jefferson Solo is a chairman for our T-Web branch in Monroeville. Then even in the diaspora, we have Raymond Dewey as the chair, and then we have Mona Blaine Warrington as the chairlady there. And we have Vera David O'Connor as the mother there. So for them, for the Americans, they will take care. Then when people get the Moruria there, when the delegation, the group that in Moruria will take care of that. So that's how we plan it. But actually, we are praying for the means to get to the women in Barbados, difficult for us.
The
Yeah,
old man.
praying for it.
I
That
said,
is so difficult for
President,
us. Mr.
President Collins said, don't call you
Mr.
Papa.
White now.
They start calling
Okay,
Bill
okay.
when you keep calling
Bill
Bill when
White.
you
And Bill
calling
said,
you.
I know,
Mr.
right?
Mr. Mr. Bill White. Mr. Bill White. So
Or
actually,
you can
Mr.
say
White,
Papi Bill White. Papi
oh, that is his
Papi
name.
Mr. Bill White.
no, but I mean,
Thank
it got
you.
hard. Yeah, whatever name you don't got for
Yeah,
you,
I
they call me.
respect that. I respect that. I respect.
Yeah. Actually, he did well for us, and he had a plan for us. Let me disclose that also. He called me. He said, "Okay, what I will do for me, I let to empower people, but you have to promise me green up like I said, "What?" He said, "Okay, you have to transition from it to my merit making to development. Every time you're going with, I mean, you have to reduce it and see about empower your memo. I said, but if we have the it's okay. I'm setting the gap. What I will do, uh, I will get in some of money and then give your memo loan. Well, within the time now before the old man passed away and he left, and they'll give it our memo loan then. And according to him, he doesn't want any interest. Only the amount we will give you as a member when you establish a business, that specific time, a particular time, you give that a particular amount back to us, don't give it to another member and we play half for the organization. So I must yeah appreciate him, you know. So for the process of taking of going on a week and there, as they are positioned from one area to another, according to their location, we have people that will take care of that. So people in the diaspora, have our members there. Other people in Moro will also have our members there. So far, so good. And again, I would like to use the opportunity to tell the leadership of Great Gene Association in America that as of now, anytime you have something to enter our way, our team work club that is none that will be implemented in America. I will appreciate contact our members over there and they will be waiting to let Mona play warranty is there. You can contact her, she will get in touch with you. Then when I'm already happening, when Trevor Solo is there, because as a chain of command, when it is scheduled, then we will get, because, I can be a global president and tell me all of it too. I have to give the time to my people to implement their skill. So I really appreciate what you did. I least just want to the way people will know that there's a club exists in Grange there by the name of our TY Social Club. So I really appreciate it. Madam Poor President, Her Excellency, the people couple by the time of Her Excellency, Madam President Eden Poor. Thank you very much. What you did today, our team will never forget it in their life. We will ever appreciate it. And for at least you made a world to know us today for one angle. Thank you. And Mr. Donald, thank you also. But I think you told me to my end of it. The mosquito giving me hell now. Yeah.
Yeah, so at least, Prince, at least we know that our parents from Kunabo district, right?
And besides that, oh yeah, people who
Prince,
discuss
you
the
are
men's
on
development
mute.
with people discussing the men's development who within Israel. But do you know that it was during the Mayor administration that he was able to establish the account for his letter? It was during the Mayor administration account for where established his letter there.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. And it was during the Mayor administration that school building that was in Tanzania, in Kumatan, from Mountain. It was during the Mayor administration that school building was built. Because he was for his son, when he saw the people holding stay. So he said, but how long will they structure stay? So the only thing I can do, I will start right here, get back to show you, and bring the how do you call it, the bricks machine, and so you can start and take the bricks. So that school will come out from the bottom to the top. It was done strictly for his pocket, and now government project straight for his pocket. I got the information from my father, Mr. June and Greer, who gave me the information that school that he come out and now government but do. It was not true, but it was for his pocket.
Oh, wow.
So actually, yeah, the woman
Yeah,
do well.
when it comes to real development, like Mari and other people was stating here, and for us that grew up in Grange, we know that they have. I mean, for your young guys, you see the oil palm industry. They got somewhere you go to Kunabos Yatan era, in Sletan. All the oil palm institutions that you see down there came about when he was superintendent of Grange. My dad told me that there was a time that they wanted to do that oil palm plantation going to Colombo. So he was able to talk to the chief and elders in Tucson, call all of them together and talk to them. And they said they were not giving the land to do the oil palm industry. And the oil palm industry was something that the president wanted because he went to Ivory Coast. He talked to Ofue Boye and he saw the oil palm plantation in Ivory Coast. So he felt, it was okay to do the same in Liberia. And, Aberway being close to him created a condition for Grange to benefit. So he was supposed to make available land for them to do that. So, you got to talk to the old people. So he did. And the old people were kind of hesitant. They never wanted to do it. So Toba said, I will fly into Grange and then we'll sit down and talk to the old people. So my dad told me they had a big meeting in two blocks, two zones. Down the two zone. They got two zones. They got the one going to the one in Konobo district and where Samuel Do from. The Konobo call it two blocks. Yeah, so they had a big meeting there, and all the chiefs, imagine the president of the Republic of Liberia traveling to Zwedru Grange there and driving all the way to 2 blocks. And they had it touched on passing. All of them were there, all the chiefs there in the BB gun as usual. And Tobo said he was going to talk to the chief. So all the chiefs there in the front row, my pastor, Tobo took the stage. I was introducing. When he took the stage, he called one of the chief, the paramount chief, he came up. He said, Honorable Chief, can you give me $5? I just want to explain something. $5. The chief had a big gun on, but he had no money in his pocket. So the president said, I will let's forget about the father. Just give me $1. At that time you had a $1 coin, you had 50 cents, all those stuff.
Yeah.
And the chief could not give $1. So he asked the chief, you got anything in your pocket you just want to give me? And a little money or resemble money. And the chief never had anything. But when you see how he was dressed, and all that stuff, you would know. But Toba was not trying to insult him. So Toba told him the reason why the superintendent and myself came here to talk to you is for us to create economic benefit for you. Something that benefit you. Thomas told him, and Mr. White told him, the place is for you. When we build the oil palm industry here, you are from here. You will have your houses here. The workers here will go live in your house. You receive rent. You will have your shops. You will have different things. Your children will work in the the plantation. Because the goal was not just to go and build oil palm. The goal was to have oil palm and then develop into making oil, making soap, and making a lot of stuff. Because I want to do in Ivory Coast. So the president said, this place here, the government, when they want anywhere, they can come and take it. But just for the respect, we decide to call everybody. We'll do it here so that tomorrow you can be able to, when somebody asks you for $5, you're not only getting $5, you're getting more than that. You will have your money to send your children to school. You will be able to take care of yourself. So that's how they built that industry there. Unfortunately, 1980, when we had a coup, in fact, people that live in Grand Gedeh will tell you that we had the managers of those plantations, like LPPC, CCC, that had it called Labrador Cocoa and Coffee Corporation, and Labrador Palm and Produce Corporation. Those were big companies, but they were operating in Grand Gedeh era. But the head, the coordinator, the managers of those companies came from Ivory Coast because they were providing the supervisory role. And that agreement was between Ivory Coast and Liberia and were initiated through Abba White and Tobo. But 1980, they got scaled down and the Ivorian people that were there heading here, they left. And were not able to continue LCCC and LPPC, because of the situation. Obviously, people that know history will know that Ofue Bonye will not support that project, so he recalled all his people and they went back home. Abba White was senator at the time. You were arrested, and after the coup and all that, it became history. So I just making references to the kind of mindset that he had when it comes to Grand Gedeh. And I was talking about Nora when my phone went off. Most of the young guys that were in Grand Gedeh, parents were not working and had the money to actually send the children to school. So our way decided that instead of doing what we do today, where every young person going to school will be asking for people to pay their school fee and ask for scholarship, he decided to empower them. And Grand Gedeh had the largest number of logging companies in the southeastern region. We had a lot, and people that live in Grand Gedeh from the 70s to the 80s will tell you that we have over 18, 19 logging companies operating in Liberia. And these companies, like somebody said there from the beginning, I will ask them to establish offices in Zwedru. He said, you're not going to no bush to visit you. If you're operating in Grand Gedeh, you should have your office in Grand Gedeh. And obviously, when you got office, in Zwedru, in the capital. So if you operate and you got your office in Zwedru, you have people working there. And these people will be Grand Gedehs. But most importantly, all the logging companies were mandated to take students every vacation. So it's not a matter of asking you how many students you want and all that stuff. Once you're operating in Grand Gedeh on our sort and you're taking law, Abaway will ask all the students that want to do vacation job to go to the administrative building. They had the staff that were in charge of making the list. You put your name down. He don't have to know you. The office don't have to know your parents. And they had a list of everybody that wanted vacation job, and they divided them into concession, different companies. So if one company taking 100 persons, and you got things like 18 companies, you're talking about 1,800 persons. And they get paid for 3 months during the vacation. Some companies used to say, you send me the list, but they don't have to come. I will make the money available. And you're talking to Abaway, so you're not joking. That's not something where you come to the office and he don't compromise that. Because the goal was to make sure they help the kids the young people to go to school. So at the beginning of every school year, he helped the parents by making their children to have money to go to school and pay their own school fees. You used to see young people paying their school fees and going to Morovia to buy their uniform. These were the kind of things, that he initiated that happened into Grand Gedeh that benefited Grand Gedeh. And you know, it's a trickle-down effect. When you help one family, you help the child able to go to school. When they come from school, they will be able to help their parents. You know, and Marty talk about when it comes to scholarship so much. And you know, he sent kids to Rick's Institute, they pay people's school fees all in a place, and a lot of things. You know, we that stay in Grand Gedeh at the time, grew up, we saw the kind of effect it had on the educational process. All those schools. And one of the things before I just leave the stage here, you know, for somebody to come in, AG school, the AG school got a Matula was in high school. When I was growing up in Zredru, they only had an elementary school, but they had the biggest land that government gave them in Zredru. The area that government gave them in Zredru was bigger than what we had, what they gave the Cali people, what they gave the Baptist people, and all the other missionaries. But those guys just had elementary school and they had a Bible school. When our became superintendent, he called them and told them the land we give you guys, you've been operating here for all these years, and you stay operating school starting to 6th grade. You need to elevate your status here. You need to have a high school. Look at the Catholic school. So he had that discussion with them, and he gave them time. And within that space of time, they elevated the school to junior high school and to high school. And that what led them to build the Matula Wising High School down there, because of the vast land they had, everything. So, you know, when you have this kind of leadership, and I'm just saying that because I know people around listening, and they will listen when they listen to this program, people that are in power in our county, people that are in other counties. If you have a visionary leader, they don't think about themselves. They think about what happened to those, and you know, that we're talking about here today. Our never have people, I mean, his children were going to the best of schools. They were going to Catholic school. He was responsible for them, and you know. But what happened to the other kids? What happened to the other people? We just heard one guy, he said he came from 2 Globe. Our went there, his mom was working on a farm, and he took the guy to go live with him, and they accepted him. He was just talking to Maria. I mean, these are the kind of things that we talk about, that he provided, and those are the kind of things he and his wife actually provided. So if we love them, let carry out the legacy. Let's do exactly what they did, you know, so that it will be able to help other people tomorrow. So I just want to pivot here, Madam President. I know you can't be on the line. We'll be talking too much.
No, go ahead.
You know, talk about your Grand Gedeh story then, you know, Madam President.
Yeah. So, Prince, Prince, give us some information to us. Generally, is in the community.
Yeah, Prince.
Talk to us about. I'm sure you got some ideas.
You want me to?
Prince about Jalatan.
I can.
No, it's strictly for about
I can repeat everything Mr. Collins just said, and Dr. Toa.
So Dr. Toa said it from
Mr. Philip Gay. I can summarize it and put it out there, and then it'll be my contribution to that. But with all the great things that about T. White did, my friend and brother from Minneapolis, Mansfield Duopo say, what you did to honor the man or anything in his name, Mansfield, there's a football field called the Albert T. White Field in Grand Gedeh County. So I think the Grand Gedeh, that's something in his honor. Do we have a street named Albert T. White Street in Zredru? And Mr. Collins?
Yeah. Well, Mansfield want to know what we did in honor of him.
Yeah, I just said it. They got a sport.
Yeah. At least we talk about two, and we'll continue to honor him. You know, the thing about it here is that a lot of things that happen not only to Grand Gedeh, but the entire country. And you know, in order to be able to come to normality and start to reflect on some of these things, we have to do what we're doing right now. Can you imagine we're talking about from 1990 to this time, you're talking 36 years. Most of the young people that you see on the streets of Grand Gedeh that were born 1990 don't really know Albert T. White. As a matter of fact, Awatiwe actually left the scene like 1980s. So you're talking 46 years when the coup took place. So it's left for us to pass down history. It's left for us to educate the people. And I think the pressure is on the line. When I came to the United States, I decided the knowledge I have about Awatiwe, I would want to share it. So I decided to put together the Awatiwe Foundation. And the foundation was just my own personal way of making people to learn the history of Awatiwe. So it was supervised by Reverend City, who was the principal of Baptist School. Somebody that Awatiwe also took from Lower Grange there and sent to school. And he came back, he had his PhD, he was a Reverend, and he was the principal of Baptist School from the Grable ethnic group. So he helped me and he managed the foundation in Liberia, in Zwedru. We had our own account. We had 3 persons we supported from each class every year. So we have students from Baptist School, from Juliet High School, from Multilateral High School, and from HD School. So we have 12 students every year that were supported. But here is the catch. We told them, in order to benefit or in order to be able for us to accept you, to get on the Awatiwe scholarship, you should do an essay and tell us about Awatiwe. Tell us what you know about him, what he did, to develop Grange and everything that he actually got involved in. And the reason why we did that, because we wanted people to know the history. So some of these kids were able to go back to their parents to ask them, I want to get on this scholarship, I want to apply for it. And but I'm doing an essay on Awatiwe. And they would teach them on how and who was Awatiwe. And at the end of the day, you will have a kid that will learn the history of Awatiwe. I'm just trying to tell Mesfi about some of the things that we did so that we can lose some history. Young kids that are coming up will learn so that at the end of the day, we'll be able to always remember the legacy of these people.
Good. Everyone, Mr. Dare wrote here, I was one of the students that benefited from that vacation program. This is the Honorable Gedeh. I always worked as a vacation student with RC Logging Company in the old Kunemo district. So he benefited from that.
Yeah, exactly.
That's many, many years ago. Why the guys that come in are in the county not taking on the great ideas the founding fathers came with? But again, that'll be another topic. My president,
Okay,
that'll be another topic.
Can I come here a little bit?
Was the old man or politician?
No, she wasn't. Like I
she
said,
never used to like politics.
She was a humanitarian.
Or humanitarian
Woman.
Yeah, but I mean,
Beautiful.
Prince,
was she a politician?
Prince, those days, you not even believe that. I mean, it's a different ball game right now when it comes to politics.
You have to agree with the elite.
No, not being people just used to service to your country when I'm about politics, actually. I mean, in the first place, all right, those days we had one political party, right? But you got to have the ability to serve. You got to have the ability to have vision for people to appoint you to position. So when you do politics, and we got multiple parties in the country, and people take politics to be like a religion. And you can see the downside of it right now. You, Prince, can be in power. You have a political party that brought you to power. You can do the best in this world. And I would not appreciate it because I'm not a member of your party. I will not talk about the goodness of your legacy because I'm not a member of your party. Those days, it never used to be like that. These people used to sit down and they used to talk about how they will proceed in getting the country to be where it will be. The superintendent, most of the time on Saturdays, and I have seen it because my my old man and other people, Mrs. Collins, John Collins, and his wife. John Collins was working at the administrative building, or special assistant to our work. But every Saturday, the people used to meet.
Dr. Bagba is on the line. So giving Dr. Bagba. Dr. Bagba?
Yes. How you doing, Prince? I want to move.
The honor. I won't walk it.
I put you so I said. Them okay, are you the report
again? You are about you were you. He said he know you met him. You so tell us a little bit about him. You're a historian. Tell us.
Their name. There's one side there, man. I believe we more because when they were branch there, man, I blara. I say, but then if you're not there, man, blara.
Oh.
I believe we more. Yeah. Temo calling as you be up, no any as you must have play program do our way,
The Nazan way. Ne Dinazan way. Calling it.
Yes, I call it a blah
Oh, I try go.
No, I assume most program play the print of all khaki. And about where they go, Kathryn White. About where, Kathryn Louis White. Or where you were family. Yeah, that kill a down. Don't give a boy mother from word to word. That's our damn Kagabli. You go day bad or go by, Bravo, Urey. Bravo, you are on bad day. On blue, on Jibali. On who are you? Yeah, you go there or you are there 30 euros. Or no about you are or no cabin where or D your paru or the mamma or no be the university. You must on you on the Maya Mukere Bamulo day by Ibo Amulembo. Yeah, Kathryn where or day by you don't know. You don't know was you know by it. Yeah, you know by out won't tea in a pain. Your tea. Our web or till our web, they are almost like room. Yes, let's web to do our one, the Moyamu, and then it is sister evening, go Muye, or my jabby, the Bible. Yeah, then I believe that was Yao, you see, I did it. I believe you won't be able to be. They more you apple. They are no apple and what they are more yabuti. You need our way. They all want one job, they transfer or more. Don't be it or Gide because when in our not when in our job, can't give a move. Igrao move, Fra Pario, more Swarati, Pound, Yamodemo. Our way they go, they are almost doing it. You know, okay. On blue ball, they blue Vita, they blue the witty, they blue their name Bill. On blue, though, AC, you are the other AC, my dear, that they cut into Tiamu, professor, they want on my dear, they okay. Yeah, I don't have nobody knows okay, Baba where Jai, or Yati, I am by Baba family, safe with the family, Emos up, but I only had to grow up, we are out. Goes up, probably see a great brain, goes up, on you, go down, play at all. Go point that I want to back. You go out, you all blue, you all bonike. Ye can't. Ye our way, or the as you all said about you can't take. Or take no crying or poor or no. They graduate one moon to one you. Yeah, I bless you more. Yeah, when missionary there because on my Christian you, yeah, batted it out. Or net the Jeff. Say, our well, okay, or no, chief of star, Tomoti. Mother saw you. Mother saw you about white. On my chief of staff, but just saw you are clever, the LNG, Liberian National Guard. Moji saw you are clever, Moja Kaki, W. More starchy, Mojes, they three now, do drop we are them on zero, who are dead back. I will discipline the AFD. You are the glad the Tomum no more that a senior polo. There were no days our way. Do chief of star devil. Also, chief of star devil. I'm one their branch out or Mudo or Plody or Canny or Toy. Demande. Uploaded. Yet did I want to get about Tony crying, Kayano, money after again. We had that program to wear or Groma once I was a one widow Blabakio. Did I wear out or don't wear Sapo fair? Also, why the money can Tomoti, the money also who go on what they have visited or the other two or you know. Then Bob way, anyway, down a map, most who were they carry school fit eyes. After up when I bed. They then Kathryn White out, Mrs. White, my Akra, or not responsible, not it out, no, continue or no, did I also say I did a card, your card, marriage, or quiet, discipline or turn a crying by. Do Blabaki. Tiari too. Or ya, the report, or you go mailway. You are on the report. You say, our well, okay. Or would they go on go they trouble, because trouble no party. They trouble on your subtenant. But what saw you know, or the anne. Our well, what job for ye them or did them all. Or where they Rasia Mopa, John G. Rasia or Mopa, you almost return where do crap back on the job, you don't return, don't know merchant, don't know farmer. You are they are they buso, don't representative. You are yeah, you know, yeah, no, they are no way. Yeah, no more, you come on your and then. Or the general no blackie, yet more you are yet more. You need your poor say. Ye then you are there, party there. Oh, I will be riches school the money educational did up with. And one scholar say, but the day, Jara, we are young, no, my party, or pools who are hotel okay, on new scholarship, Breaks Institute. Job Polia, they raised the state with no scholarship, the money yet, chili at that. Or the chili at the do blue. You know, all blame to ball way on Tata, the money. Oh, you know, you okay. You see, they did out the channel, no crumble back. Yeah. Apo you so I say, you know, Bible, no grudge there. They won't do what clever do what day. Yeah, for you so I said, go, forever. Yeah, I'm on. Or do I, no, but it can go on your radio on your podcast and we are. Yeah, second, Canyon, Mono, on that jabo. They are seal point, yeah. They just want your bless you, General Dombo. They are not yet in the morning. You're there, yeah, Polina. Yeah, two did I know in the morning. Your doubt is it also. You know, what Kafura, your work, not also. I play as your creativity. I know politics that I know trouble. I go up with you. I go up with the dead. They are there. You can have a way no idea by no idea too. They are a way they won't have living in the Jabo, on the Abotida. You are clearance, yeah, did it. And then a panyo. I know crying on that panyo. When I panyo a bar, I'm a bar, you are more bar to a panyo, and you to. They are more 9 creep. I'm on your creep. They are more 9 creep. Yeah, more you play or you are blue thing, or yeah, they turn it. Yeah, the man. Yeah, more to Kuya because I say we play a yanni, I say we are probably a yanni. Yeah, we are apparently a year they are probably there are any more problem. I
In your play, your bound you clear. Then you bound you clear.
Yeah, you are Baba, you play. They more by your desk, but then as a desk when you buy your paper, then you are that history, and that history, and that blue manual. They more do you blare, they have more on that drum or see you. Then, yeah, I know, yeah, coinly, they more on clever you be. I say, you did it out there more. Yeah, more tin you do level, yeah, I'm Gideh Association. On say trouble is on say your jack pie. On say your alcohol, on say I tell you, on say I favor, on say KJ boy. They were two sides in the answer, bro. I want. Yeah, I said, they wrote the apple.
Oh, I say, you, Zoo. You want to see the doctor? Is a calling you put yourself on mute?
Yeah, I'm about to go to work.
Yeah, I say I'm about to call in the night.
So
2
I
hours.
just wanna.
You ask for 1 hour. We want 2 hours, so we're gonna call it.
Right.
Yeah, the brother from Israel, when you stay there, gave you your 1 minute. Then from there, go to the former president, go to the current president, and call it a day.
Now,
all the
for
thing,
me,
all the thing the man, all the thing the doctor yet thought, if feeling at the end when you both politics.
Okay, thank you very much.
So
Thank you
before
very
he can
much
come in,
again.
I just because I'm already late, so I just have to leave now.
All right, go
But I
ahead
will
and
try
Okay.
to
break the
log in
protocol
and
because
listen
when
to
you
you
talk with us
both.
or talk, but go ahead and talk.
I'm sorry.
Go
No,
ahead and
it's
use your
okay.
1 minute. Go ahead and use your 1 minute.
President Colleen is still here, so he can manage the. I just
Yeah,
want
go
to
ahead and use
extend.
your 1 minute, my president.
All right. I just want to say thanks again to everyone. And let's make sure we keep our parents' legacy alive. Let's try to recognize what our previous leader, you know, did for us in the past and people that are actually working now to help us out to get to where things need to be as far as people that are providing leadership within our county, in our various communities. We should be able to recognize them as well. We should not just wait, when the person is no more alive before we recognize what the people have done. But in this case, we just want to say tomorrow is starts the wakekeeping of our dear mother. We want people who are in the Minnesota area, Midwest area, please go and attend the funeral service for our mother. This our mother she provided so many services to our county. She did a lot. And this weekend is going to be her homegoing. We encourage you all to please be there. When I was recognizing people, I left out the president of Minnesota chapter, President Tali. She was one of those two that helped for us to be able to search out information to make this program to where it is today. So I just want to say in a special way, Mother President, thank you very much for being involved. And President Collins, I beg to leave. Please take over. All right. Thank you.
Thank you,
All
Madam
right.
President.
I'll listen to you.
All right, Mr. Gria, go ahead. Go ahead from there. Go to Mr.
Okay, thank you very much. Actually, I would like to say again, extend my sympathy on behalf of the Awati West Social Club to the Bereaved family, and from here I'll do a communication to my people, to those of them that live within the same state to move there and be with the family. Then when the body gets to Monrovia, I'll do another communication to Jefferson Solo to see how best he can be with the family there also. But mainly, I would like to appreciate the effort of the GGAA in America that were able to invite us. You know, when somebody, our papa will say, when somebody look in the water and make up you, they should also look in the same water and make up the person too. So the fact that they were all invite our team were on the show tonight, I actually appreciate Mr. Double. Thank you again very much for accepting us on your show. We actually appreciate. Thank you. Our doors are open. Anything you are in doubt of, you are welcome to ask us. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Mr. President Collins.
Yeah, Prince, look, man, we appreciate you almost all the time. You know, when we need you, you're always there. The legacy of Mrs. White is what we urge everybody to try to live. You know, when your parents train you and you go out there and do something, they say, oh, you know, happy, that's so and so son or that's so and so daughter. And based on that, they're making reference directly to your parents. They're talking about how they train you. So if we can't get anything, if we can't give back anything, let's live the legacy that Mrs. White lived. Let's live the legacy that our husband lived. Let's learn to be able to accept a community like our own. Let's give back to community so that people will be able to, other people can benefit from our generosity. So I just want to thank you. I'm in and out because I'm packing my clothes and I'll be leaving bright and early tomorrow morning for Minnesota. And I want to get on the ground so that I can join my other folks that are there so we can all show up at the wake and the funeral so that her family can know that we appreciate her a lot. So, Prince Asari, I know to you soon because I know you're going to be down there yourself. But we'll do the best we can to represent Gedeh Association to the best of our ability. And we want to take this time to thank you too for having us on your show.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. And we are here anytime. So that's how we're going to do it tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to leave here. And we hope our brothers and sisters that are traveling, give them, put it in the Lord's hands to take them and bring them back safely. Good night, everybody. Was the United States playing World Cup? Go and watch the game. When see what doing with it. All right. Thank you and have a wonderful weekend. Bye. Ciao.